viewer named Star Sapphire. So if you enjoyed this reading, definitely send some love and gratitude to her, as she is the one that inspired it. So I marinated on it for a little while because she said that there's a lot of readings out there for, when twin flames are apart and all the healing that needs to be done and all of that. But there's very little information about when twin flames reunite and, the energies of coming back together, because when you've shared a very significant relationship with somebody and you go your separate ways and you both live your own life and experience other people, when you come back together, even though you know that that's the one you love, that can be hard to overcome some of that, And also there's insecurities and fears. So this reading is intended to look at your reunitement and, give you a lot of information about all of that and where you guys are headed. So before we get to that, you will see that I have the Hermit card depicted here, which is your energy, Virgo. And these are the vice versa tarot deck. And the reason why I have these out is because I really feel that when twin flames come together and, it's in their destiny to separate and then reunite at some point, I really feel it's that they meet each other on a certain dimensional frequency, and then when they separate, they go through all this life experience and they come back together kind of, in a different dimension of understanding. And this tarot deck really depicts that type of energy because of, the way it was created, the intention of it. So that is why I have that deck displayed here. So, Virgo, to make this more fun, but this is not to exclude anybody because this is a general reading, but I'm going to pull another card because this is just the major arcanas representing each zodiac sign. I'm going to pull one, and the zodiac sign I pull is going to be very special for those of you with this twin flame as their zodiac sign. Okay, just a little something extra I thought I would throw in. Does not alienate anybody by any stretch of the imagination, but I just feel like some of you need that confirmation, so I thought I would throw that in. Okay. Oh, Virgo. So we have the Hierophant here, which is telling me many of you, this is a Taurus twin flame that you have, okay? This is general reading, so not all of you have a Taurus twin flame, but special confirmation for those of you who do. Okay, so what is this all about? Well, Virgo, this here is the Ace of Cups, and this side of the Ace of Cups is the depiction of when you and your twin flame, come together and experience that initial connection. It's under the guise of the moonlight, so, everything's not out in full view. And the reason for that is the connection would not happen otherwise. So here is this connection. Beautiful, but by the light of the moon, okay? And then here we see night turns into day. The statue of Aphrodite is now, in the backdrop behind the couple. And this here is the recognition of love and soul connection. I see you, you see me. There is something very special here. Even though we are now in the daylight, the connection came under the guise of the moon, okay? And now here the sun is shining high, and we're finally seeing all the differences that we do have. However, we realize, again, it's like we were brought together by an angel. There's something really special here, but how do we work through these differences, okay? And now here we arrive at this point, this Ten of Cups, and this is great love. However, on this side, there's still much to be learned. There's still much to be experienced. So here's where that separation comes into play. And Now, you'll notice the 10 of Cups reduces down to the 8 of Cups. So here we have this Ace of Cups, and it goes up to the 2 of Cups. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes the Lovers, okay? Here is where we've had this whole relationship and all these experiences with each other, but the incompatibilities are just too great despite the connection. So it's time to move on. And the 10 goes down to the 8 because, you know, there is a very beautiful connection here. So we can't leave it all behind. So you and the twin flame each take a cup with you as you depart the relationship, so the connection is not truly broken, okay? And just depending on your circumstances, you know, this is the Tower. This is a great shakeup. The parting of this relationship really changes you and the foundation of you and what you believe. But no matter what has happened, here we have Aphrodite once more, and the love remains, okay? And here we're going through everything that happened, everything that hurt us, the pain of the separation, and, you know, we're at the end of our rope. The worst has happened. We've lost our love. And you'll see, you know, no person could survive all these swords. And the thing about the twin flame is the sword in your twin flame's hand and the sword in your hand is the only sword that can truly penetrate their armor or your armor. So it creates a death within them, within you, when the relationship ends because of the pain, which puts us into this hanged man state of being where now we recognize, in order to get back to our love, to get back to our relationship, there are things about ourselves that we must shed. Our old self has died, okay? And now we're in this place of obstacle, of stagnation, where we can't move forward because we really need to reevaluate what all of this was truly about, okay? So this is the stagnation, the obstacle between you and your twin flame. Doesn't mean that you're not dating other people, but this exists, you know, between the two of you. But eventually, through this separation, there comes a time where we start reflecting, okay? We're reflecting on that Three of Swords and how it happened, why it happened, and we are slowly, but gosh darn it, we are slowly but surely becoming reborn, because you see the eclipse there, you know, the moon blocking the sun. An eclipse is not the death of the sun, okay? It's just a momentary time of darkness, and you recognize that, and you see the sun and the moon here is that eclipse energy. So now we understand, you know, we've reflected, and we see why it would never have worked originally the way things were going. And here's the two Sphinx, okay? They are represented on the Chariot card, and the Chariot is wrecked upon the destroyed tower here, okay? And now the Sphinx must swim their own way and find their own path. And again, it's about reflection of how and why this happened, what needs to change, not in the other person or about the relationship. It's an introspection of self, a total accountability and responsibility of self, no matter who is at fault, okay? This is really deep spiritual stuff. So now, we're still here though, we're still blocked. Well, we've got to come into this place about the relationship where the inner child is speaking to us, where we recognize that the end is not the end, it's only a new beginning. And there is a new beginning because we've come into a completely new perspective. All illusions are gone. The mask has been destroyed. It's fallen off. You know, it's like, I see the truth. Now what? Now what? I see that you are my twin flame. You are the one I belong with. And look at this, is just the most gorgeous card ever to me. I don't know why, but I cannot just get over this card. This is the ultimate love. We are written in the stars. It is you and me until the end, okay? So do you see how different that energy is? The dimensional shift in that energy? That's what I'm talking about, Virgo. We go from this to this, and now we are ready to reunite with our twin flame because we're no longer under the guise of the moon. Oh, goodness gracious. We are under the sun. All things are illuminated. It's ultimate and true love. And this here in this deck, this side around, this is the recognition of the twin flame energy in each other's eyes, okay? So here is the feeling of it, you know, like you know it's there, but here we know for sure is the ultimate recognition, the star, okay? And the lovers who has slipped away down there, the flipping of that card is now those energies being perfectly tempered and coming back together so beautifully and smoothly, and knowing how to work with each other's differences and flow with each other opposed to, you know, bucking each other's currents. So Virgo, that is the story of the twin flame meeting, disconnection, and reunitement, all right? But how does that personally relate to you? So, you and your twin flame have reunited. What is the energy of that? Intuition. This is like, I always knew you were the one and that we would find our way back together. Also with this is, you see that dove again? Aphrodite, big deal for you guys. And you know what? Venus. Aphrodite and Venus are connected. The Taurus card came out. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for those of you with a Taurus twin flame. Anyways, this is saying that the spiritual connection between the two of you never, ever left, and it becomes even stronger upon your reunitement. So, let's see what your greatest fear is and what your twin flame's greatest fear is about this relationship reuniting and coming back together. Oh, you're scared that, like, your twin flame isn't really going to love you and be faithful. Like, you're really scared of that. Since this is general, it could mean for some of you that maybe you're scared that you can't be faithful, even though you really love that person. But I just feel like for most of you, it's that you're afraid that they can't be faithful to you. Oh my gosh, look at, and what they're afraid of most is the Sphinx. They really, they don't know. I'm trying to think of a better way to explain this. I would say, Virgo, you probably, not to say they're not spiritual, but I feel like you are kind of the one more on point when it comes to the connection. Like, I feel like they're really kind of afraid. Like, they don't understand the connection. For you, you're like, you're my twin flame. That's that. We were meant to be. Da, da. And they're like, yeah, I totally get this crazy connection we have, but it really freaks me out. I don't know what this is. Like, this is just a lot for me. And so I feel like they're kind of just afraid of like the connection in general because it's so intense and so strong. And you know, for some people that can be scary, especially for a Taurus. You know, they want stability and they want to see the future, and this is like this kind of connection. There's nothing physical about it, is there? This is spirit, this is emotion, and so, you know, it could be very scary. It could be scary for any sign, really. So let's see what the remedy is. Virgo, let go of your fear of the past. Let it go. This here is giving you the permission, saying that energy doesn't exist anymore. You don't need to identify yourself with it or your reunitement with your twin flame. Okay? Now, if you're with somebody and you're thinking they're your twin flame, but they're just a cheating bastard, like, that's not, no. Okay? This is a reunitement where you're really scared that they're not all about you and that they can't be faithful, but they can. With that coming out, they can. Yeah, look at this. They're liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Attachment, letting go, restriction, fear, breaking free from a negative attachment. So they're scared that you can't get over whatever your hang up is here. Like, also, for them, with that breaking free from a negative attachment, they might be just as afraid as you. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys both did some things to each other, some of you out there, and you both kind of have that same vibration of the same insecurity with the same exact advice. Okay, also, for some of you, this twin flame could have been in a relationship with somebody else after you, and they need to completely end that. Not that I think they're interested in it, but like for your peace of mind, like that, if there's any sort of communication or whatever, like they really need to end that, or you're not going to feel okay. So let's pull some romance angels to get a bit of advice about this reunitement. Or maybe you, Virgo, they're like, nah, you gotta let go of some of the people that you talk to, because I can't deal with all that. It's a rough crowd and I don't trust it. Alright, so we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at play in your love life. And make the effort. So with this, I feel, it's like, you know, we've been apart all this time. You need to put in the effort to show me. And you might be saying, well, no, you need to put in the effort to show me. So because of this insecurity, like, you guys want this. You've been waiting for this, but it's like we're kind of afraid to move forward. It's just you guys have just this intense, powerful connection going on, and it's scary as hell. So let's see what your emotional energy is and what your twin flame's emotional energy is. Okay. Oh yeah, you're definitely in love. That is the only one for you as far as you are concerned. They are feeling, oh, I think they're really scared, like, you're gonna, like, walk away. They're scared of that. Let's look at that. Like, they, like, feel like they lost you. But they didn't, did they? Like, you're like, no, you're who I want till the end. Oh my goodness, look at that. 10 of Wands. So we have 9, 10. You and this person, this is, I feel like some Virgos I'm reading for, like, you guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's like you can't leave each other because of this connection that you have. And based on this energy, like, I feel like you are definitely all about your twin flame. They, on the other hand, I feel they are really afraid, like, that you are going to leave them, or that you don't, what you're presenting. I don't want to say that they think you're lying, because that's not it. It's just, I don't know if they really screwed up, and they're like, you know, there's no way Virgo is ever going to be able to forgive me for everything. Or if you're the one that really screwed up, it's like they're really struggling, you know, am I strong enough to forgive Virgo? But this is the only person that I love. This is, you know, my person. So let's see what needs to be healed on your side and their side. But with this here, like, you are all they want. Like, big time. Alright, spark of the divine. I reignite the divine spark within me and realize I am part of all creation. So there is a part of you, Virgo, that you need to let spring back to life, okay? Let it come back to life. I feel like you're holding back because of your nervousness, that this, you know, is this steady, is this stable. They have movement meditation. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. What this is saying for your twin flame is, if they are having a lot of anxiety, they really need to have a physical outlet for that, to release that, okay? Also, because they're coming through as the red, which is the root chakra, and the movement meditation, and this, again, it's like, could be about like that infidelity, either on your side or their side. Like, it needs to be healed, like whoever cheated, or if you both cheated, or if there was like some sort of, it doesn't even have to be cheating, like something like about dishonesty, any sort of betrayal, like that really needs to be healed in them, whether it's they need to forgive you or they need to forgive themselves, okay? So let's see what lessons you guys are working on. I should say lessons, but like, you guys, the moments ahead for you. Alright, oh, belonging. This card is literally, I choose you. You both need to stop tripping. You don't, there's nobody for them and there's nobody else for you. I choose you. Oh my God, are you kidding me? In love? Yeah. This is a beautiful new beginning, Virgo. Beautiful new beginning for you too. Oh yeah. Summons. The power of the universe at your fingertips. Okay? It's there. Direct your energy, because you guys can create magic together. You need to realize there is nobody better suited for the two of you besides each other. There's just not. So all these fears, all these insecurities, We need to let them go so this beautiful relationship can blossom, because, man, these cards here, so powerful, so divine, so like destiny. So let's pull some advice cards for you guys. Alright, so we have growth opportunity, trust, and death and rebirth. Oh my gosh. Virgo, this is saying that, listen, everything you guys have went through, you had to go through to grow, both of you, for different reasons, in different ways. And now you're coming back together because you're recognizing there is nobody better for you. They realize there's nobody better for them. The connection scares the hell out of them, but there's nowhere else they'd rather be. I choose you, okay? Everything that's happened was to grow you guys, and you really need to trust in that, because with death and rebirth, this says you guys intended to die and be reborn even stronger than before. And like I said, this connection never died. When we parted ways, okay, when we hugged and said our goodbyes, in the Ten of Cups here, you both took a cup with you. And because of that, it brought you into this place of introspection, you know, from the eyes of your inner child. And the inner child is not a literal kid. It's that innocence, that a perspective of not being tainted, the wonderment of discovery, of the new, of the unknown, you know, the new beginning here. This says the end is truly only the start of our new beginning, okay? So, Virgo, beautiful, beautiful reading for you and your twin flame. Totally meant to be. 100%. Trust the whole process. You both need to put 100% into it and let go of whatever it is that's, you know, a weird, funky attachment insecurity on both sides, okay? So I hope you